What is up, YouTube and all my fish keeping friends? How's everybody doing out there in Fish Tank Land? Happy Sunday to everyone. Good morning. It's probably morning for most of you out there. Tampa Tom, how are you? Jason, Fish Tropic, what's up? Lumpy Dog, Joe Munoz, what's up? Dan Slee, Amber, Big City Beta, what's up? How are you? Select Pets. I'm still drinking coffee. It's not morning for me, but it feels like morning. No, I've been tearing apart my house, that's for sure. Tearing down the walls. Tearing down the walls. Shelby, how are you? Valley Fish? Happy Sunday. Yes, and I've got the music again. Oh, maybe I play it for myself to keep myself relaxed and mellow. The Cove, what's up? Water Wizard, how are you? Petsotics, good morning. Science Galaquatics, how are you? Freshwater Joe. So I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat because, you know, obviously I could be bad about that. Like, I was watching my stream from the other night and I was going back and I was like, totally missed some people. Like, I do watch I replay the chat and I read through it. Sometimes I'm really bummed and I'm like, I totally just spaced somebody. I feel so bad about it. Pamela, how are you? Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Exactly. So I've taken down the wall. Like, in the studio apartment here, I have I created a wall to kind of control the temperature, kind of keep the cold air in this side of the house and actually get cold air to my bedroom. Anyways, in the end, my shrimp were having a hard time. It was a little too warm for my Caridina shrimp in the kitchen, and I thought I'd take down the wall. That was the original reason to take down the wall, but when I took it down, it like changed everything. And I'm not even gonna show it to you guys yet because I'm still like, I'm working on stuff. I had a plumbing emergency. I had a flood under my kitchen sink and I had to take everything out from underneath my kitchen sink. Yeah, that was fun. It was nasty too because the leak was one of them things that I've kind of spaced. I guess it's been there for a little bit longer than I thought, so it got a little nasty. But it's a good thing to deep clean all that, get all that done. Amber. Seriously. Seriously. Oh. Oh boy. Amber does not like the music. Sickless23, how are you? Happy Sunday. See, I say happy Sunday because, like, here in the islands, we always call it Sunday Fun Day, which is like, it's like I should be at the beach. It's the beach day, the ultimate beach day, you know. Chill out, get some sun before you got to go back to work. Yeah, I really did it for the shrimp so that the shrimp could just have a little bit better of a temperature. Cooler temperature actually, because they're Caridina shrimp. It's a longer gestation period for the shrimplets and kind of have to get the molting right so that they can actually give birth before they need to molt. So having fun with that, but it's really cool. All of a sudden it's pretty much a fish studio. That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm calling it my fish studio because eventually I have a camera, I have a boom right here that I usually have a hair light on, and no hair light today because that light's being used for a grow out tub, which is another surprise. And then the tank behind me is also kind of a surprise. I'm not showing you guys that. I'm not showing you guys anything today. No, I've got some stuff going on, but I'm just getting this house deep cleaned. It's changed. It's, you know, I'm getting comfortable. I'm enjoying the new job. It's really it's nice to get comfortable, get set in, you know, like with the schedule, and you can kind of relax a little bit. I feel a little bit more comfortable. So I do have my other camera set on my Blue Bolt Caridina shrimp tank right now, and I just fed him some cheeseburger MK Breed cheeseburger. It's a really good food. It's good for bee shrimp. But I can go over there and check that out for a minute, because that's better than just looking at my face. Anyways, these guys are doing good. You can see the little blue like pellet. That's the cheeseburger. And then there's some Casuarina cones and some alder cones and birch cones and almond leaves in there. Well, there you go, Cove. There's stuff. Pretty blue fit. Shrimp. More coffee for me. No, it was really good to get the wall taken down. It really opens things up. It changed the microclimates, quote unquote, like that I've created in the house, and it's actually reversed, because now the air AC blows the air kind of over my studio desk, which is in the middle of it all, and it blows it over into the kitchen, and that kind of cools those tanks more than the living room tank. So it was the other way around, kind of switched. But that's fine too. I was just trying to get fine tune it, because for me it's the opposite for pretty much everyone. A lot of people here watching, you know, I'm trying to cool my house down to maintain the temperature of all my tanks, because I couldn't chill my tanks individually. Like, at least you guys can heat your tanks individually. I have to kind of chill the whole house and maintain a proper temperature for all the tanks by, you know, air conditioning the room. So it's a fine-tuning thing. Plus I'm trying to save money too, right? So I'm getting it like right on the edge of where I can have my AC unit kind of on like an efficiency mode, and you know, anyways. Island life. Greg Jones, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Good morning or good afternoon to you. I'm still working on the coffee. I've got the my aquarium box cup today. I'm sporting that today. And the whole deal, the only problem is like I'm right-handed, and so it's on the other side, so I can't really show it off when I'm drinking the coffee. But there it is, my aquarium box. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. Hope everybody, you know, the weather's starting to warm up in the States. Everybody's starting to do their summer tubbing, and I am as well, indoors. Where the couch used to be is now I've got a tub back here hidden, and I'll show that eventually. But I'm playing around with a few things too in the house, just while I'm like, I got other stuff that I'm waiting for to get here, but I'm just, you know, try to have fun with what I have. And that's one thing I like about like guppies, endlers, or like a guppy endler hybrids and stuff like that, or shrimp, is just kind of getting to play around. And those are like the things I'd like to selectively breed, if I'm gonna selectively breed anything. So I've been messing around. Like Seagrass Farm gave me like this mixed bag of guppies, and there was definitely some endlers in there, and I had pulled all those endlers aside, and I ended up mixing them with Sunset Micro Riff, an albino like fancy guppy. And so I've been playing with them for a while. I've been keeping them in a pond somewhere else as well, and so now I've been going back and trying to take the albino genetics, which are like more like an albino endler with like the green and the orange. I'm just playing around for fun because it's what I have in my fish room to play around with. So I've been pulling all those aside, so they're all down in this tank, in the planted tank. I have a little group of like albino endler guppy hybrids with a lot of like green and orange. I'm going for like as much green and orange as I can. Oh boy. So MK Breed, I really like this food. It's there's a couple of them, a couple of different foods that I like, but the because I have bee shrimp, I really do enjoy this cheeseburger, and they enjoy it as well. A lot of protein. I try to get these Blue Bolts a lot of protein, and they'll devour leaf litter too. So I try to keep a lot of leaf litter. Always have some leaf litter in there. I don't know. It's one of my favorite tanks. I have a couple orders of these going out this next week, and I'm really excited about that as well. I finally got a lot of. I kind of took a big step and a big investment in shipping supplies, and so I have got a lot of stuff coming just to help me package livestock better. And I'm just trying to take it slow because, like I said before, you know, I just want to give, if I'm gonna sell, especially a live animal to some, for one, I don't want it to die. I take on that full responsibility there, as well as I want to give good customer service. So I'm just kind of like, I'm taking it slow and just trying to do it the right way and kind of create a nice workflow. So I have part of this desk in here. Part of it, the plan here in the future is to create kind of more like a shipping dock space for myself, as well as a little bit of a lab space for my microscope and for just some of my lab equipment, so that I like some of my lab stuff, even like just working with medication stuff, I like have to put stuff away all the time, and I prefer to have a space where I'm like, I can keep things clean but have it out and ready to work. So that might be another little bit, I might need another little desk somewhere around here for that. We'll see. Okay. United Nerds Today Cup. Did I see Haley in here? Haley, how are you? Doing well? King and King Cichlids, welcome to the stream. I have to say I'm a little bit bummed with myself because I haven't been making content and I haven't been putting anything up on my Patreon lately. But I'm kind of like in the middle of a transition. I'm really excited. I'm happy about it, but it's gonna take a little bit of time here. But I'm looking forward to the future when I can really just make use of this space. I'm looking at a little bit of a different rack possibly, just so I can have. To be a little smarter about it, my space, but eventually I'm going to have the camera up here so that I can just run it with I have a remote control, and I can run it pan and tilt and move it around the room as well, and that'll be interesting. Because from this point where my studio is, you can pretty much see everything, and I don't know. When I took down the wall, I didn't realize, I realized that I had a lot of stuff going on here. It didn't feel that way when I broke it in half with a wall dividing it in half. It just didn't seem like as much of a project. But I'm excited. Coffee time. And I can't make enough doing like French press, and I try to use a French press, and then I use like the Chemex, but I'm out of filters. I need to get like more of a reusable filter for the Chemex, because it's really just the filter though, but like a Chemex filters the coffee so well. Like it actually, to me, I like a good cup of coffee that actually still is kind of a little clean. I know some people want the mud in the bottom of the cup, but I don't know, if it's clean coffee, I'll drink more of it. Let's not talk about coffee. I know there's some people out here, we could just get into a big discussion about coffee. Yes, wild betas, that's gonna happen. Okay, so down here in the bottom tank, I got a bunch of plants just hanging out in there. They're wrapped. They're not like only like 2 things are actually planted in the substrate. But that tank is just sitting there cycling, running with a bunch of plants that'll eventually be going out to friends or whatever in other tanks. But that tank, I'm really sold on the idea of doing a nice Blackwater aquascape, just a 20-gallon thing, but more of like a Blackwater like display tank, where just go for like aquascaping in Blackwater, just like, it's just a nice clean little thing that looks good, like a, We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yes, and that I would like to do some wild betas in that tank. So that's the plan tentatively for that tank. And then the big grow out tub, I got something going on in the grow out tub, but I'm looking forward to some other indolers, some wild indolers coming in, possibly, crossing my fingers. And so I plan on doing those in a large grow out tub. And I've also been like playing with the idea of doing a big grow out tub, like 25-30 gallons with shrimp, possibly Caridina, if I can make that work that way. But if not, some Neos. I honestly like to have a shrimp that I can sell pretty easy. These blue bolts, not that easy to sell, honestly. I mean, people enjoy them, but at the same time, people are kind of a little scared of Caridina shrimp. So I'd like to have a nice Neo because I could possibly sell it, because I could actually probably sell that locally even. You know, people would buy Neos, but not just, you know, I can't sell Caridina shrimp to the pet store, you know, to the fish store here. That's not going to happen. Oh, she's holding me to it. No, it's for sure. That's the plan for that tank. Right now, it's keeping it green right now, keeping the water, you know, put a bunch of plants in there to soak up everything and keep it nice and, well, and I just hate flushing plants down the toilet. So I just wrap them up. I'm trying to like not throw them all down the toilet. So I don't know. I never really wanted to sell plants because I've had too many plants come to me melted, and I don't want to have that happen for other people. Like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't know. I feel like livestock can be easier sometimes than plants, because if they're not shipped properly, they will definitely just be like slime by the time they get there. Deswan, what's up from Indonesia? How are you? Cichlid Strain Hunter, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Happy Mother's Day. Yes. Yeah. It's not a, I wouldn't say it's a rough one for me, but my mother passed away about 10 years ago now, and it was an unfortunate issue with her liver, but not like alcohol or drug related. But anyways, but yeah, that was kind of unfortunate. But yeah, so I kind of like, it's a chill day for me, but there's a billion positive memories in my head, and that's where my head's at. Yeah, Pamela. Thank you for throwing out that link. I say support my Patreon. I've lost a few Patreons because I was trying to put some content together on just for my Patreons, and I really need to get back at that. Like I said, once I kind of get this studio space kind of organized, I'm just getting like myself comfortable, deep cleaning everything, and then I feel like I can just start not just say pumping out content, but just feel more freer to just turn on the camera when I want to. That's one nice thing about being a bachelor in this situation right now, as I kind of like, I can film at 1 o'clock in the morning if I want to, and it's only the fish that I'm bothering. Oh, Liz, thank you so much. King and Queen Cichlids, thank you for the $10 super chat. I really do appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of the support, because really, honestly, as my transition into this new job and taking on all of the cost of living at this apartment right now, like everything pretty much doubled by, you know, being single and staying here. And electric bill's not going to go down because I'm only getting more tanks. So it really, honestly, in the last few months, it has definitely had an effect on me paying like my electric bill and things. I've been, you know, pretty much paycheck to paycheck, but things aren't that bad. I've got a really nice job, and you know, I'm getting caught up, and it's starting to feel good. Probably can tell my my attitude. a little bit better mood, especially getting my house like deep clean. You know, it's a good thing to do. It is like that spring clean spring cleaning kind of thing. You know, you just gotta like move everything, sweep, mop, just wash the walls, even just clean the place. Oh, I'm gonna run out of coffee. This isn't good, and I don't have any more. I'm gonna come back here for a minute for the funds of it. Pardon the pun, and just show off some t-shirts for a minute. And I'm gonna change the music as well. Let me check out the chat here. How many tanks is too many? Tank 12 is full of water and cycling. No, I think you're doing okay. I don't know. I don't think honestly, if we want to be serious, when it comes to too many tanks, it's just about like living space and living a healthy, safe environment. Like, I mean, there's a point when you got to think about making sure the electricals are safe and you're not overloading the electrical. And I know I'm just being like totally nerdy and being for real, but like I'm getting close to that point where like I got to think about how much I'm putting on each of these breakers, because I'm getting to that point. And that's when, to me, that's when there's too many tanks. When there's no more room and you're overloading your tripping breakers, that's when there's too many tanks. Beyond that, just go for it, my friend. Go for it. Just go with it. Go with it. What else do I got here? Yes, the tank behind me, my Blackwater tank. Yes, if some of you that watch me or see my stuff on Instagram probably know what's going on in my Blackwater tank behind me, but I really am halfway finished with the video that I should probably be putting out. So I'm not going to share that with you guys today, but I am going to move the camera here in a minute for the fun of it. What else was there? Yeah, messing with the local guppies. I don't know if I mentioned that. Did I mention that? Of course, I have a nice little stockpile of local wild guppies, and I got a little wild last night, and I just went through my colony and went for all of the really nice males, and I pulled them all aside into one tank, and then I pulled a big group of like really young, like virgin females, and or tried to be, hopefully, crossing my fingers, you know, but trying to get a nice group of them that are pretty clean and haven't been fertilized yet, and I put them in another tank because I just can't help myself, because there's plenty of them out there. I can have a little fun. I feel like I can selectively breed a little bit. I'm not going to go crazy, like I'm going to keep it colony breeding, but I'm definitely going for like the really nice, you know, characteristics. I want to get some really nice colors and just and I'm really going for the ones that have nice black dots, and because they do have that. They do have what am I trying to say? They do tend to have the same kind of characteristics that I like about the Stackendler, like from Venezuela and from Germany, with those black dots with a little bit of silver metallic around the outside of the black dot. So I'm trying to pull those males aside and get a bunch of clean females and then play around. We'll have fun with that. Let's see what happens. Is Lucas up in here? Oh, I hope. I didn't see your live stream, Haley, but I gotta go check that out. I don't know, there's something else in your ropefish pond. I didn't see what that was. Yes, this is all gonna come off, you know, and I'll lose like at least 5 years when it happens. I'll do it. It's kind of it's part of this process. It's like it's part of the process. But it is really nice to do the deep cleaning, the spring cleaning, and to take down the walls, open the place up, you know, and beyond that, take down the walls. I'm not gonna get all crazy, but I mean, that's one thing I really love. You know, about this community. I think that it's important that we all just stay positive, and we're all kind of here to support each other and, you know, help each other out. You know, if we're like trying to educate each other, it's because we're trying to help each other, but you know, it's the right way to say it to each other. And I think that for the most part, it's a really positive community, and I'm really very happy to be part of it. And in the end, that's my goal, is like all I look forward to doing is trying to project and inspire some, you know, positive energy and just motivate other people and young people just to get into the hobby, just to keep the hobby going, and to and not just as a hobby, but to part of it for me is just having a knowledge for the natural world and life science, and for young people to have the experience of fish keeping in their life. I feel like it really helps them be a little bit more grounded and have a little bit more understanding of nature and the world around them. And I don't know, there's definitely a little bit of a deeper side to fish keeping, and than meets the eye. I've been saying lately, you know, it's not a hobby anymore. It's more of a lifestyle. Especially in my situation, I put myself up living in a fish studio. Let's see, checking out the chat here. Yes, I'm ready for some Endlers. I finally have admitted to the world that Endlers, wild Endlers, pretty much my favorite fish. Like, really, they really are. I really enjoy. I think they're beautiful, and I don't know. Whew. It's kind of it's a deep thing for me. So I look forward to working with some more stuff, some better quality stuff. Like, I've been playing around with this mixed bag from Seagrass and having some fun with that, but in the end, it's like I really the local ones is something that I've been just sitting back. I've been letting them quarantine for a while before I really play with them, and I got them nice and healthy now, and I feel comfortable kind of moving them around and doing stuff with them. But I do have like a gene pool of them somewhere else, and another container of just 100% local wild guppies, and I'm gonna go pull from there in the next couple of days. Hopefully, if nothing else, by next weekend, pull from there and bring some of those guys back, and just you know, let them grow out, observe them, and kind of look for some more stuff, some more characteristics that I want, and mix that stuff up, and then quarantine the rest of that, and then, you know, I am sending some of this stuff off. It's just getting the paperwork right. There is some paperwork, and I know what I have to do now, and it's not that big a deal, but I still have to, like, literally have to file for paperwork if I'm gonna to be legal, so I don't go to jail. Especially with things like USDA and stuff. They're not fun sometimes. USDA, they don't they're not into all that. So you just gotta have the paperwork right. I need more coffee. I don't know what this track is. I don't know what this stuff is, but it's a little weird. I felt like I was stuck in a spaceship somewhere. Okay, I should most definitely move. I should move the camera. Now, there's two things I could probably show. I can check out the, I got the planted tank with the albino, like, Endlers that I'm playing around with, that I can show you guys, or I can show you my nano blue tetras. I wish I could actually give you a glimpse of the new fry, because I have them spawning in a new tank, which is really nice. So I've managed to do it a second time, so let's do it a third time, right? So I would love to see I'd love to see it happen again and again, and just, you know, I'm realizing though that they, in order to get them to spawn, you want to keep them in groups of like 4 or 5, so, or or maybe 10, and that really, you keep it under 10, and they really will definitely, in good clean water, and that's pretty much been working for me with the floating plants, and they're spawning. You're killing me. Oh, Amber. It's all, she hates it all. Okay. Whew. Well, yes, we know how you feel about the music, Amber. You know what? I'm probably, yeah. You're just gonna keep saying something until I stop, until I just stop using the music. Anyways, let's see. It's either that. Let's see the blue bolts. Ah, man, it's just the color. It's just so dark. Those tanks are actually the like black water. Let me see. Let me move this real quick. Let's see what I can do real quick. Okay. There we go. There's some Tetra. Titratarax tobampetensis. We went through this before. She really hates it. Really. Oh, it's great. I'm gonna just keep playing music. Just to oh boy. Alright, so yeah, they're doing good. Let me go ahead and put, let's see, let me do some brine shrimp. Let's put some brine shrimp in there. There we go. I'm trying to bring up the light a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. Anyways, where'd they all go? I just fed them. I'm losing it. They all went to the bottom because the brine shrimp went to the bottom. I'm trying to get the camera on them and I just can't. I'm losing them. Anyways, and I'm gonna lose you guys in the process. Anyways, those are the blue tetra. I just put a little bit of. It's hard to see them because see in these tanks, there is a little bit of tannins in them, and I don't go for crazy lighting. They don't need it. It's not a lot of plants. I'm usually doing just pretty much floating plants and then leaf litter at the bottom. Some right now I'd prefer other stuff because duckweed can be a little messy, but it's duckweed and hornwort right now, and it's working. It's working. It's obviously they're spawning, but I have this is a mix. This is a group of about 10, and then the other tank I have about 8. Actually, there's more like 15 or 20 in here to be completely honest. But over half of these are wild caughts, and then there's the smaller ones, obviously, are ones that were spawned in this tank. William Jansen, thank you so much for the 20. Is that Danish? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's getting nice and warm in here too. I'm loving this. Well, because I like to keep the AC off because of that white noise background. And that's kind of what, one reason why I was playing with the music is so I could run the AC, hang out maybe, and have music kind of hide the white noise of the AC unit, but whatever. So I'm getting nice and I'm starting to warm up. Have I scared Amber away with the music yet? D, how are you? Hope you're doing well. I'm loving the snakes. I do have a thing for snakes, I really do, but I just know that right now in my space, with the room that I have, I can't go there yet. One day I will, but I just can't do it right now. I used to have a lot, be around a lot of snakes and have them in my home when I was a kid. My dad was totally into it. Let's see. Okay, this is crazy music too, but that'll make me sweat more. That song makes me feel like I'm going for a run. Anyways, this is such a dark tank. You know what? I want to brighten things up because the reality is in a lot of my tanks they are like this because it's what makes it work, especially when you're trying to spawn and you're trying to recreate nature. They don't usually have a lot of light. You've got the canopy there's usually not a lot of direct sunlight in a lot of cases. So this is just a little bit more realistic, and it makes them more comfortable as well. So I want to move it really, really quick because I can't help myself. I want to go ahead and move it and show you my other tank. It's my planted tank with the albino guppy Endler hybrid, I guess is what we call it. Yeah. All right. I'm running around being crazy. Here we go. Let's move it over here. Might as well. Let's see if I can work on maybe focusing this a little bit better. Yeah, clean it up a little bit. Okay. That's good. I'm not messing with it anymore. Another 20. Oh, it's Swedish. I still want to know what a kroon. A kroon, is that what it's called? I need to be educated here. Edumacated. All right, I'm not gonna mess with it too much. So that's it. That's pretty much it. I might get a little bit closer because I got some shrimp hanging out on the bottom down there, and I can show you that if I get close up on it. Ah, boy. So the music, yes. I am gonna have to just, it's kind of, I might have to find some different music, or maybe just, we'll see about how the music goes. Y'all have to let me know. I know how Amber feels, but nobody else has been willing to come forward and give it a thumbs down. Oh, Patreon gets some. Oh, thank you, Pamela. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Oh boy. Let me get closer. You can see the obviously you can see the guppies running around here, all the albino guppies. So there's that going on. and the males are obviously the ones with more color, but I want to get closer and let you check out some of the shrimp in the tank. It's kind of dwarfed out Neo Caridina red cherry shrimp. One second. Okay. I'm being crazy today. Running around. Let's see, let's focus this. Bam. That's not too shabby. Except for me in there. Just get rid of me for a minute. Yeah. Look at the guppies too. They're pretty cool. I love the greens and the orange. I'm all about the greens and the orange and like the call that a lyre tail, I guess. Fish Tank Barn, how are you? Welcome to stream. Happy Sunday. Let's see what else we got going on here. So what did you miss in the beginning? Oh, I don't know what me not trying to. I'm just excited. I'm happy that big changes here in the fish room, fish house, fish studio, and the fish studio, and it's a good thing. It's a step forward. You know, it's nice to get up every day and be doing something that doing what you love. It really is nice. So yeah, I'm working on a lot of shipping projects, just getting a lot of shipping stuff, different shipping materials here. I got a lot of stuff coming from the USPS, as well as stuff other packing materials. And like I said, I'm just trying to come up with like a nice workflow, just a nice workflow to get it all done. Look at these endlers, and they're hybrid. I mean, there's guppy, and then that's where the albino's coming from, the sunset micro riff. And that's why I'm able to get the oranges so much too. But there's a lot of characteristics of like a lot of endler obviously still showing up there. I don't know. I really like it. Just playing around. We'll see what happens. The green and the orange, so nice. Anyways, let's check out the chat. Which tank do you want to see? Which Sharpies models and aquatics? What tank are you looking to see? I've got other tanks that I can show you there, but that's pretty much it. That's like worth showing right now. Besides what I want to show you, but I can't show you until after. I got it's content. It's a video. It's coming out. But definitely have some stuff coming up in regards to like more of Blackwater tanks, and trying to a little bit more some breeding for profit kind of projects, because I know it's very, very possible. It's just I'm kind of like picky about what kind of livestock I really want to sell. Obviously it's still a passion, so I want to be doing what I love. So of course I'm going to be working with the species that I enjoy, if I ever am like actually breeding for profit. Now this plant up in the front, maybe I can just focus it in for a second so you can see a little bit better. Maybe but this plant in the front here, it's long and spindly kind of. That's actually something that I collected when I was in Peru, and so I'm just trying to see if it will grow submerged underwater. Now it was in a really, really wet environment where I found it, like straight up rainforest. and it acted a little bit more like a moss almost when it's a lot denser. But I just wanted to see how it does underwater, so that's kind of that's a little experiment I got going on there. And you can see that I got all kinds of stuff in there. I've got Bucephalengia, I've got Anubias Nana Petite. There's these Subwassertang there. I've got the dwarf hairgrass. I've got Sterogen rippins all in the shot right now, and then the and like 3 or 4 different species of moss in here right now. But yeah, fun stuff. Ginger Graves, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everyone out there, most definitely. And thank you for your order. I have that actually. Boxes over here. I got a pile of boxes by the door. Looking like Christmas over there by the door. I got some orders I got to send out, and yours is in the pile. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just really nice. I really appreciate getting the orders in, because it actually gives me a reason. It's kind of hard for me to practice besides just sending out stuff for free. It's hard to practice without actually having orders to send out. But no, it's really nice. You know, it's a nice learning experience. I've done some stuff in shipping, but never on like it's a lot to do it all by yourself. That's for sure. Let's see. Let me focus this a little bit better so you can see these fish a little bit better. Cool. Let's see what's going on in the chat. I hope you guys are doing all right. I hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday. I'm sure it's probably still it's Monday for some people. I mean, sorry, Monday. Blah. It's morning still for some people. About to hit 2 o'clock. I got about 10 more minutes. I'm actually gonna try to keep it under. I don't know. I feel like I should be trying to keep it under an hour. I feel like a lot of people try to do that. Just go right under like 58, 59 minutes. Something like that. Anyways, let's see. Yeah, thank you for that order, Ginger. I really appreciate that. It's I started putting it together, and I've actually the price is changing. So for anybody who has already purchased the package, they kind of got a deal, because they've got the I'm no longer doing the tea bags, because honestly you get a lot of tea out of just boiling and sanitizing, sterilizing the botanicals themselves. There's plenty of tea that comes from that, and it's just a crazy process, a lot of work to put together those tea bags. It's just it's not cost effective, so, and it's just I've made the tea myself, and I feel like it's not very concentrated for actually making a tea. It's not as much more concentrated than actually just boiling the leaves. So the tea bags are no longer there, and I think it went up $2, because it's a huge package. It is. For $19, that was a crazy amount of that's enough for like 3 tanks, like 3 10 or 20 gallon aquariums. Like if you're just trying to add botanicals for say shrimp and stuff like that, or just create a little bit of a blackwater environment. For me, the way I was looking at it is I would put all that in one tank, but that's just me. I'm just crazy. I would just load it up. But you could definitely get more than one tank out of that. So it was a little completely and totally underpriced, but it was a good deal. I was just trying to figure it out. But yeah, the tea bags aren't important, so they're really not. They weren't worth it. So they're out. So it kind of changed a little bit. And I'm also working on my own side. I've been actually grinding away page by page, trying to and doing photography. And I have my own page right now. jhaquatics.com goes to my getgills.com page, but very soon in the future it'll actually be my own page, my own website altogether. So I'm looking forward to that. That's a nice big step as well. But like I said, I'm trying to get the workflow of shipping figured out first, because that's, to me, that is the backbone. And to me, one of the most important things from my experiences and bad experiences in this hobby with this like bad customer service with livestock. It's I don't want to be that guy. So I am definitely trying to take it a little slow and get it all just figured out just right. And I appreciate everybody's patience for anybody who's waited like longer than they have needed to for something. But things are going out. Boxes are by the door, ready to go. Let's see. Cool, you got the Coxina from Dan's Fish. Nice. So that's what that's good. That's really cool. It's cool to know. It's nice to know what they're being used for. That's really cool. Yeah, the Coxina, that's a really sweet wild species. I've been talking to a friend about that as well, but I'm just trying to take a little bit of some baby steps into the hobby, into that side of the to that hobby. Beta breeding is like its own hobby, it seems like. So yeah, I'm working my way there properly. I'm trying to be humble about it and just take my time and not just trying to learn the different species and their locations and their how they're related to each other. That's really important. Just understanding kind of almost like the family tree, like where they came from, where they evolved from, and who's related to who more so, and that kind of stuff. That's the cool part of it for me as well. I consider William, I consider myself to be a hobby. And for me, to me, what are the keys to happiness? Honestly, this is really where I've preached this before, but I really mean it. I want everybody to follow their dreams and follow their heart and follow their passions and what they believe in. And for me, there's a lot of soul searching behind the hobby for me and for fish keeping and the caretaking of aquatic animals and fish and whatnot. And to me, the key to happiness really is getting to do what you love for your life, wake up every day and be happy to go do what you do, do what you love for a living, to be able to sustain yourself mentally, physically, financially, and everything with following your passion and doing what you love. And that's a beautiful thing. I think for anybody that can actually accomplish that in their life, hats off to them, and I wish them the best to everyone and being able to make that happen for themselves. And I believe it's completely possible. It's all about self-determination and motivation is definitely a big player. Being kind of a little obsessed sometimes, even, it seems like, is part of it. But no, it's serious stuff. It really is serious stuff. Haley, you're killing me. Anyways, but yes. So for me, in regards to what William was asking, it is it's a business, but it's more than that. It's like following my dreams. It's fulfilling my dreams and living my passions by getting to do what I love for a living. So yes, I would like to find ways to make sources and of income out of my hobby and being able to keep me in the hobby. So it's really it's a beautiful thing, and I wish it for everyone, honestly. And whatever it is, for some people it's not fish keeping. There's something completely different, but I think it's so important. It's such a beautiful thing to actually to follow your dreams, follow your heart, live your passions, and do what you love. Find a way to make money at it, so you can do what you love for a living, for a life. So it's more of a lifestyle and a living than just a hobby. So yes, short story long, yeah, that's it. Sunshine Aquatics, how are you? Good to see you here. Very cool. Yeah, Ginger Graves, if you have any questions about beta fish, Big City Betas, she is an awesome source of information. I've definitely learned a lot from her. Not to put her on the spot, but yeah. You can ask her your detailed beta and wild beta fish questions. Ask her, not me. Because she'll have a better answer than I will. That's for sure. Exactly, Haley. Live your best life. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. Same exact thing for sure. You know, live your best life. You know, what I used to say when I was young, when I lived here, we said, live the life you love the life you live. It was some, I don't know, that was in my 20s, but I used to say that. But same kind of deal. Mega scale, no, it's more important about what I'm doing. Like what fish am I working with? And for me, it's more conservation. So I might be working with 3 different species, or one, you know, or like 50 different species of one kind of fish, you know, and kind of in a micro niche, but trying to actually make a difference. So it might be, you know, depending on what I'm working with, might be a lot of big tanks, or a lot of little tiny tanks, or I don't know. Right now, I just want to have some fun with other wild species. So just right now, I'm looking at wild betta fish and wild endlers, because those are kind of super awesome to me, especially the endlers. Or like even like these guys. I know they're a little bit. These are kind of mutts, just a little bit mixed up, but we're gonna play around and see what we get out of them. But I just love the greens out of endlers and out of guppies, the greens and the green and orange. He's totally showing off. Okay, I totally went over. Where am I at? It's 58 minutes into this deal, and that's a song I don't want to listen to right now. Okay, I'm out of coffee. I need more coffee, which means I have to go make more coffee. Hope you guys are really, you know, doing well. Honestly, I really appreciate everybody's support. All the super chats today, it really makes a difference. It goes into like paying this I pay $120 a month for my internet connection, and electric bill here is about $250, $300 a month. So that's fun too. So you know, just the cost of living in the Caribbean, there are certain costs that are definitely a lot higher than if I was in the States, but I still enjoy the place. I enjoy living here. It's a beautiful place to live. Anyways, let's see. There's no Mike, there's no Gideons, not around here, not in this part, maybe down south. Probably more like South America or something, right? But definitely not in the Caribbean, not that I know of. Okay, Haley. I have my peanut gallery in the house between Amber and Haley. Okay, alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm gonna go make some more coffee, and yeah, where am I at? There I am. And yes, once again, I appreciate everybody's support, especially all my Patreons as well. I have not forgotten about you guys. Like I said, I'm working on some stuff. Everything's gonna change here. This whole space has opened up. I just not showing it yet because I kind of want to like really get it where I want it, and then kind of reveal it, and you know, where I can feel a bit more comfortable with the whole space, because it kind of puts a lot of my home on display. But that's because my house is just filled with fish tanks, so it is how it is. You're getting yourself flagged there, Haley, using bad words that get me demonetized. Anyways, all right, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Like I said, the weather's good. The weather's good outside. Get out there. Go hang out with your family. Go run around the grass with your little ones. Happy Mother's Day to everyone, most definitely. So I hope everybody's spending time with your family, and if not, with your fish tanks and hanging out with your fish. For sure. Pamela, I appreciate everything today with throwing out the links. It means so much to me. I really appreciate your support there. Thank you. Carbon, really, if I didn't say hello, good to see you here. Full Moon Aquatics. Thanks for showing up as well. I really appreciate you hanging out. Select Pex, I think I said hello to you as well. I think I got everybody in here. But thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'm going to go clean some tanks and deep clean a little bit more and clear my soul just a little bit more. Happy Mother's Day once again. And remember, guys, keep your tanks clean, your fish fed, and have fun.